All right, I think we're live here. So, are we? It says green. Cool. We'll get that started in 5 minutes. So, let me get the Instagram. Let me get the Instagram going. Oh, I'm slacking today. See, I'm trying to do all this new stuff. And I ain't got the necessary stuff going. And so we are doing some yoga and Pilates this morning. So everybody, let me get my tunes. Let me get my tunes. There we go. All right. I think we should be good over here on YouTube. Not too sure, but I think so. And let's get the Instagram stream going. If I can find my mic. And we are going to get started at 7:05. So 7:05, everybody. Let's see. Is it on? Are we live over here on YouTube? I have no idea. But I am just going to assume we are. I'm going to get my Instagram stream going. All right. So if we're live on YouTube, you're seeing the back end. We'll figure it out. It's the first time actually going live on YouTube with our Sunday morning yoga class. All right. Now we're live. You are now live. Perfect. Good morning. Good morning, good evening, good day to everybody. How are we doing on this lovely Sunday morning? We are here bright and early. We are here doing Pilates, full body Pilates. You guys voted on full body Pilates this morning, so you know the drill. Get yourself together, get yourself set up. We're gonna get started at 7:05, and today we're doing something a little special. If I even have it set up right. So last night, I don't know, a lot of you guys saw it on my stories and said they were excited. We're on YouTube, but we have two different cameras on YouTube right now. So I know on Instagram, can really only keep it on one camera. But on YouTube, we have one facing forward, where kind of your shot is right here. And then we have a side shot on the webcam. So I'm kind of flipping through both of them. I wish I'd be able to bring and show you on Instagram both. But you could always choose to go to YouTube now if you want to kind of put it onto your TV. That was what I was thinking, instead of necessarily having you struggle looking at me through the cell phone. I was like, if I put this on YouTube, you could actually stream this onto your TV, and maybe that might help. But if it doesn't, oh well. I ain't going anywhere on Instagram. We're going to keep doing this. I just wanted to spice it up a little bit for you if you wanted some of those options. So let me see what you're saying. I can't read the chat. And now where's everybody tuning in from? Where's everybody tuning in from this morning? We're going to get started at 7:05. 7:05. We're on both platforms today, which is kind of cool. Now, with the YouTube and with the Instagram, it's always different because on Instagram I have to do a what they call a wide shot. That's why it looks like I'm very small or skinny or large. I don't know. Some people were talking about how I looked very small, like somebody out of a Willy Wonka movie, because of the way that the angle was on one of my last videos. So I was like, how can I change that? Well, I can't change that through Instagram, but I can change it through YouTube. Just actually having the camera set up. So yeah, something we're going to get ourselves into. Just remember, make sure you get some water, since we are doing a full-on Pilates class. We're going to do some yoga at the end. It's not going to be crazy. It's not going to be a crazy Pilates class. It's going to be a nice beginner, nice core, nice hip, shoulders, arms, a little bit of a full body class. The best part about it is you go at your own pace. But before we even get into that realm, we need to know how to breathe. And so in Pilates is a lot different than your typical yoga breath. And the reason being is it's through the nose and out through the nose. Well, in Pilates, it's in through the nose, out through the mouth. And when you're doing it out through the mouth, what you're doing is actually contracting the core. That's what we want you to do. So when you're doing these movements, for instance, you do a deep inhale and you exhale, and you want to try to feel your core start to brace. And now another thing before we even get started is you're going to be on your back in this position a lot of times. So make sure that there's no arch, right? And what I mean by that is, see how I can stick my hands right under my back, no problem? It's because my core isn't on. If my core is on, I can't actually stick my hand under the back. Now that might be an exercise in its own right for you, so by all means, practice that. But when you're here, just remember, you're trying to exhale out through the mouth, and you're trying to actually contract the core without actually having this arch in your back. If you could do that, we could get ourselves into a place where you're going to start learning, growing, and kicking some butt. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to turn around. I got to figure out a way to actually get the comments right here. So if you have any questions, any concerns, let me know for the next 2 minutes, and we'll go ahead and get started. Get my water. So if you have any questions, let me know in the back, and then we'll go ahead and get ourselves started. And remember, we're going to start at 7 next Sunday for sure. Okay, Deblo, I love it. Next Sunday for sure. We're here. And maybe even try it on YouTube, right? Maybe try it on YouTube. But we're going to be getting ourselves started at 7:05. So you got 3 minutes to get yourself, I guess, situated? Yeah, get yourself situated. Next Sunday for sure, D-Blow. I love that though. At least you're dedicated. At least you're telling yourselves, right? We got people in here from all over the world that do this, from across the state. Sometimes it's an evening time, so maybe it's a yoga morning for me, but evening for others, or maybe afternoon for some. So we're going to be getting ourselves together at 7:05. So get yourself some water, get yourself a space, and we're going for 40 minutes here. We're going to do 30 minutes of yoga. We're going to do 10 minutes or so of, 30 minutes of Pilates, 10 minutes or so of yoga to cool it all down. So get yourself situated, get yourself together, and we'll get ourselves started. All right. If you're just tuning in, we are on YouTube and we are on Instagram. YouTube, I'm looking at it. I gotta figure out a way to switch the angles, because I got one camera here, so you can kind of get a little bit of shot of both sides. So essentially, let's get ourselves going, right? First things first, let's each and everybody come to a spot where we're gonna basically sit and cross our legs. I want us to get our breath in order. So once you're here, I'll wait for everybody to get started. We're gonna have our left leg over our right, I want you to roll those shoulders down, lift the chest. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And then exhale out the mouth, contracting that core. We're going to do 5 of these dragon breaths. So inhale. You really, the reason we're doing this is to build some heat into the core and really start to develop our mindset and get our body and get our abs active. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do it one more time. Inhale. And then exhale. Let's go onto our back. We're going to go onto our back. We're going to bring our knees into our chest. And we're going to straighten our legs. We're going to straighten one leg for the single leg stretch. So in this tabletop position, I want you to inhale, exhale. Bring your right knee into your chest. Inhale, switch. Exhale, knee into chest. And switch. And then on your own breath here, we're going to spend about 30 seconds doing this single leg stretch. And we're not trying to go too crazy right now, right? This is the first stretch. And if your neck starts to hurt in this Pilates, you can always bring your head down. You don't have to keep it upright. Challenge yourself though to keep yourself in a position where you are facing and staring up at the wall, maybe up at the sky. Problem where your neck starts to hurt in Pilates is because you're constantly looking down like this and you're putting a lot of strain. If you have it somewhat neutral like so, you can develop a little bit more strength without the strain. So let's do one more for each side and bring yourself all the way back down. And then you're gonna do 10 to 15 glute bridges. So hands come down, feet and your heels are close to your butt. I want you to inhale, come up, exhale, slowly come down. Now I don't want you touching all the way down. I want you inhale up and just hover as you come down. And really each time you get up there, you are squeezing the butt, finding if you can get a little bit further up. And we're going 20 seconds here. That's why I say if you can get 10 to 15 of these, that would be awesome. And again, just warming up, trying to turn on the core, turn on the hips. Let's do 3 more here. And 2. And 1 more. We're going to hold this position for 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Now bring those knees into your chest and you're going to do 10 circles. Doesn't matter which way you start because you're going to do them both ways regardless. So 10 circles. Inhaling around. Exhale, find that breath. And then you're going to do 10 the opposite side. Inhale around. Exhale. Oh, looks like it's going to start storming over here. I'm hearing thunder. Don't see lightning. We did have the power go out. So hopefully the power doesn't go out today while we're doing this yoga and Pilates. That would be absolutely horrible. But we got 10 circles. And then bring your feet all the way back down. And now we're getting spicy. So now we're going to straighten our left leg. Let me get myself in position. So I want you to straighten your left leg. You're going to bring your leg all the way up. Once you get to where your knee is, I want you pressing through that bottom leg for a single leg glute bridge with a leg lift. So it looks like this. You inhale, exhale, leg comes up, your hips come up. So think of it in 3 sections. We're going to do 10 to each side. Inhale, exhale, and lift. So you inhale, leg comes down, exhale, lift the leg, press up. Inhale down, exhale, lift, single leg bridge. And you're really trying to push through this leg, right? Really push through the ground. And you can feel not only your quad working, but your glute working as well. Let's do 3 more. We got 1 more for this side. Inhale, exhale, and down. Bring those knees into your chest. That's not so bad, right? That's not so hard. So then leg comes down. We'll do the same thing to the other side. So left knee is bent, right leg is straight. We're gonna inhale, exhale, and lift. Now if you want, you could really lift and then give yourself a calf raise. I mean, that's just like really next level stuff. But that's optional to you. So inhale, exhale, lift, back down. Now that I say that, my leg automatically wants to go into this calf raise, plus a leg raise, plus a single leg bridge. But again, it's optional. Do what you want to do. Oh, we are storming out there. I can hear the thunder. Let's do 3 more here. Exhale, pressing up. Inhale, bringing that leg down. Exhale, press up. Inhale down, 2. And your last one here. And then bring those knees into your chest. And we're gonna do something called the rolling like a ball. So rolling like a ball is one of my favorite actual Pilates exercises. It goes like this. It's something you were doing when you were kids and you didn't even know it. So we're gonna inhale, exhale, inhale back, exhale, rolling on the spine. Now it's okay if you get to a position where maybe you go a little bit further, but I really want you to try to balance on your sitting bones. So when you inhale back, you exhale, roll, you stay kind of balanced and kind of upright. So let's try it. So we inhale back, exhale, balance. Inhale back, exhale, balance. And you might actually feel your spine going crack, 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 right? And that's kind of what you want. That's kind of what we want here. So let's do 3 more. Inhaling back, exhaling forward. Oh, I went a little too far. Oh, hello, people. We got some things going on YouTube. Some people tuning in. We love it. We are live on YouTube and Instagram today, so that's always fun. So let's bring ourselves all the way back down. And I can't really read the chat, so if you guys are talking to me on YouTube, can't really read the chat, then I can't see that well. But essentially, after you're done doing your rolling like the ball, we're gonna straighten out our legs one more time, and then we're gonna lift the right leg up all the way up into the sky, and we're gonna do our single leg circles. So it's important here that your bottom foot is facing up and your toes are pointed. So I don't want your toes like this, I want your toe like this, right? So let's inhale, let's see if I can kick the plant, go all the way down, exhale up. So I'm gonna scooch my way a little bit over here. So you inhale down, exhale up. We're doing 10 per leg. And your idea here is to feel your inner thigh, your outer thigh, doing all the work. You don't want to be wobbling all over the hips, right? You want to keep your glutes engaged and just really feel that coming out from the core and from your abductors and your adductors. So let's really focus on that breath, inhaling down, exhaling up. Let's do 3 more, and then we'll switch to the other leg. 2, inhale down, exhale up, 1, and switch. Nice. And like I could really feel that in that leg. And then let's go right into the other side. And so we're gonna go toes pointing up, your back toe is pointing up to the sky. Let's inhale down. Once you get to about 12 o'clock, you wanna go ahead and exhale, swinging that leg all the way up, right? So it looks like inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And these are our single leg circles. You have tight hip flexors, you sit all day. This is an exercise that you should definitely be putting into your routine to counteract a lot of that forward flexed hip flexor position. Let's do 2, inhale down, exhale up, 1, and give it a rest. Bring those knees into your chest. And how we doing over here? Awesome. Look at this. I'm gonna switch the camera on you. Boom, look at that. I know. We have 2 cameras over there, YouTube. Isn't that something? So give yourself a drink of water. And we're gonna work on our side series. So our side series, and let me know what camera you like better. Do you like the front facing or do you like the little angle? Let me know. Well, I'll read it later. Don't let me know right now. And you shouldn't be letting me know right now. You should be doing the damn exercise. So let's roll over on our side. And from here, I want us to look down at our elbow. I want us to look down at our shoulder. I want us to look at our position. So a lot of you, I see you collapse like this. And you do these exercises. You're like, you know. Try to keep yourself upright without collapsing into this shoulder. And you'll get a lot more benefit out of these exercises. So while we're here, a lot of times people like to go straight. That's actually wrong. So see where my feet are? I'm actually gonna bring it to the edge of this mat. So kind of angled. So I want you to start in that position. So we're gonna do our 10 lateral leg lifts. And when you're doing this, really think about that muscle we just turned on in that previous exercise with the single leg stretch. That's what's gonna really help you lift this leg all the way up. So I'm inhaling down, exhaling, bringing that leg all the way up. And again, not trying to collapse doing this. Keep yourself upright as much as possible. So let's do 5 and 4, 3, 2, last 1, and give it a rest. And you should feel that on the side butt, is what my clients would always say. That is your glute medius, your TFL. We're gonna bring this leg up just like so. And then we're gonna lift your bottom leg in abduction. So the difference between what we just did right here, just so you can get a little anatomy, this is abduction, when your leg is going out. This is adduction. abduction, adduction. So yeah, always think of abduction, somebody's taking you away, right? And this is going away from your body. That's how I've always remembered it. But yeah, little anatomy class right there, bright and early. But we're gonna lift this bottom leg into adduction 10 times. Let's see it. Lift, exhale. And you should feel this a little bit differently, right, than maybe what you're normally feeling. 3. And if you can't lift your leg up that high, that's totally fine. As long as you get a lift, that's all we're really looking for. 3, 2, 1, and give it a rest. And we're still staying on this side. So if you need to, guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna bring this arm all the way down. Think of it as a pillow or like you're holding your head watching TV. Because what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do our bicycle. So I want you to bend your knee all the way up, and I want you to think like you're pedaling on a bike. So you're gonna inhale, push the air, push the gravity, drive that knee all the way up. And so this is a nice little stretch for the hip flexor, for the back, but also for the core. So anybody who deals with any sort of injuries, this is something really good for your biomechanics, because you can start to really feel your knee, maybe your hip flexor, maybe your quad, maybe some of those muscles that you weren't actually engaging are now engaging when you do this. So drive that knee, press and push all the way back. And for me, this is a really good ankle exercise for me. So let's do 2 more. I'll tell you what, I am sweating already. 1, and let's go onto our belly here. So we're onto our belly. Now let's just go into a little baby cobra, just to open up a little bit of that spine. But once we come down from here, I want you doing basically a Sphinx pose. So if we're here, we're kind of almost grabbing our, or resting our chin on our chin, or resting our chin on our knuckles. Take a deep breath, and then now you're gonna bend one knee in, trying to touch your butt, bring it back. Go to the opposite side, bring it back. So these little butt kickers, essentially what we're doing with this is that we're trying to work those muscles right above the spine, your paraspinals. So you should feel a little bit of engagement right above your pelvis when you do this. And who would have known when you were sitting there as a kid doing this would have been strengthening your back, essentially. Who would have known? So let's just spend another 10 seconds here just really trying to open up that lower back. And 2, 1, and rest. And then we're going to go all the way down. Lift yourself into a bird dog position. And from here, I want you thinking, gripping the mat, right? We don't want to kind of just push our heels, of the palms of our hands into the mat. I want you to actually grip the mat here. So if you grip the mat, I want you to inhale, extend that left leg, and reach that right arm all the way up. Hold for a sec and switch. So you inhale, exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale. Again, I don't want to see you, well, I can't see you, but I don't want to see you doing this, right? I don't want you like really trying to lift that leg up nice and high. No. The idea with this is it's supposed to be a nice straight line from your heel to your fingertips. If that's what it looks like for you, if that's what it feels like to you, by then all means, like even me, now that I see myself, I'm up a little higher. I should actually be right here. It's actually kind of cool now that I got that screen going on, because I can see myself. I could never see myself. And let's do one more for each side here. And then bring yourself into the position. Give yourself a drink of water. And we got to do our side series on the other side. So how's everybody doing on YouTube? How's everybody doing on Instagram? I know we're kicking some butt early this morning. I love it. I love it. So let's switch on to our other side. And remember, you could either be here or you can come down to here. That is totally optional. Whatever feels best for you. But just remember, we got to lift this leg. We got our 10 lateral leg lifts starting here. So inhale, hand comes down. Exhale, point that toe. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. And again, maybe you feel this a little bit differently than the other side. Maybe you feel this in a position that the other side never even turned on. And honestly, that's why we do these exercises. That's why we do Pilates. That's why you do single leg, bilateral, single lateral movements, is to find, is there any imbalances that you might have? So let's do 4, 3, 2, one more, and give it a rest. Now we're gonna go ahead, bring this leg, remember, step it up in front. See, I can't be that low. That doesn't, I can't do that. I guess I can, but I just don't like doing that. So in this position, like so, I want you inhaling that back leg, exhale, lift. And this leg does not go as high, nearly as high as my other one does. And maybe it's the same for you. And again, we're just trying to lift this leg up as high as it can go, adduction here. Now, do you feel this in the glutes? Do you feel this in the inner thigh? Does this hurt? You know, listen to your body. Let's do 4 more. Should it hurt? It's not the goal here. That's always the thing when you're going through yoga and Pilates, is you're trying to get yourself into a position where it's subtle but difficult. 1, oh my gosh, and give it a rest. Whew. And we still got our bike. We're gonna finish off this side series with the bicycle. So let's see if I can kick the bag behind me. So I'm gonna bend that knee all the way up and then exhale, press. Wow, I just got the biggest pop in my hip. Inhale, driving that leg. Exhale, kicking all the way down. And being that this is my injured ankle, you should hear the noises that are coming from out of my ankle joint whenever I flex my ankle and extend it. It is like crack, 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 crack. Almost to the point where it's like my whole body's cracking today. Holy smokes, let me know about you. Well, I guess, remember, we always spend about 10 to 15 minutes discussing the class, discussing your ailments after. Don't start getting your fingers typing quite yet. We're not done. We're not done yet. We still got a couple more Pilates exercises, then we have our 10-minute yoga cool down. And let's do 2 more, doing our bicycles. You should really start to feel this in that side butt, that side glute, right? 1 more. And bring yourself all the way back down onto your belly. So we have our last one is our butt kickers. And then we get into some actual core exercises. So if you're on your belly, you can be in this Sphinx pose. You can have your chin rested here. But essentially, I just want you kicking the heel to your butt, right? And why are we doing this? We're trying to work the muscles right above our spine, or right above our pelvis, the paraspinals. And this is one of the things that doing this exercise actually helped a lot me get out of my sciatica, helped relieve a lot of my back pain, just by doing stuff like this. So you realize your back pain, most pain comes from muscle inactivity, right? So something like this, where you can really feel it turning on those muscles that you don't ever really use. We're spending another 10 seconds here, is what's going to help make or break your pain. Literally break. We don't want to break, but 3, 2, and 1, and then bring yourself all the way up into that bird dog position. And we're going to stay here. Remember, you're gripping the mat. We don't want to be pushing your heels or your palms of your hands into the mat. Grip the mat. So grip the mat. Inhale. We got 10 alternating, 5 for each side. We reach and extend. We reach with an inhale or with an exhale. Inhale back to center. Inhale. Exhale, extend. Coming back. And really feel that extension, right? You're trying to get length from your heel all the way to your fingertips. I could feel me about to kick the plant behind me. That's always fun. I do not want to clean up dirt today. 1 more for each side. And then bring yourself into a sitting position all the way onto your butt. So fine job. I know we getting warm today. We're getting We're getting the core, we're getting the arms, we're getting the shoulders, get a little bit of everything. So give yourself a drink of water. We're gonna hit the abs. I don't want to say pretty hard, but for the next 5 minutes, we're gonna do a lot of core work, and then we're gonna cool it down with some Pilates or with some yoga. I'm losing my mind today. I think it's because it's hot. And it's because I got all these cameras. No. But let me switch the scene for you, YouTube. Let me get you over on webcam side. There you go. All right. So with this, we're going to go on our back, and we're going to get into the crisscross. So if you remember the crisscross, this is the non-bicycle bicycle. We're going to get onto our back, and we're going to inhale, extend. Right? This is your crisscross. This would be your bicycle crunch. We don't want that. We want just the rotation in the shoulders and then you coming back to center. So inhale, exhale, rotate the shoulders for crisscross, come back to center. Inhale, exhale. You're going 30 seconds here. I want you going at your own pace. So you inhale, exhale. Now the idea, remember, is you're not trying to touch your elbows to the knee. You're really just trying to rotate the body as much as you possibly can. And you want to use that breath to help you contract and come up to center. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And let's do 10 more seconds here. Keeping that back imprinted into the ground as much as possible. 2, 1. Let's finish this last side and give it a rest. Woo! I know you feel that. So then now we're going to go right into the double leg stretch. So bring your hands down to the ground. Your knees come up, and I want you to inhale, exhale, back to center. Inhale, exhale, back to center. Now, if this hurts at any point, you could just press your legs up to the all the way up in the air like this and bring them back. Or you could always do one leg, press, and then bring it back. You don't need to do double leg. You can do just a little single leg down and back. But if you want, we inhale, exhale, contract that core, bring it back to center. We have 10 of these. So inhale. And remember, you're going at your own pace, your own breath. Let's do 3 more. And 2. And 1. Give me 1 more. Inhale, exhale, back to center. Woo! Should be feeling that today. Not gonna lie, right? So now that your heels are right here, we're gonna just do these simple heel taps. So I want you reach in 1, reach in 2. You're gonna do this for alternating 20, 10 to each side. 3, 4, 5. When you do this, you should feel that tilt in the hip, right? It's a tilt rather than you're just trying to reach, right? You want to tilt, tap, back, center. Tilt, tap, back, center. I lost count, so let's do another 10 seconds here. 2, 1, 1. And rest. I do last one for each side. And then bend those knees into your chest. We have 1 more core exercise that we're going to do here. And that is the one where we practiced this last week. YouTube, I don't know, I guess you really weren't there. But on Instagram, we practiced this last week, and that's the one where we straighten the leg, reach to that side. If you remember this one, so let me show you. So we're here, we're reaching to the same leg, and we're inhale that leg up, and inhale it coming, or exhale coming down. So inhale down, exhale up. But I want you to think that you're reaching with your fingers. Wow, this leg is swinging. Let's do 4 more. In 3, 2, 1, and then switch sides. And then this is our last core exercise for the day, and then we get to cool it down with some yoga. So really reaching, contracting that core. Inhale, exhale up, inhale down, exhale up. 3, 2, give me 1 more, and give it a rest. Look at you, kicking some ass this morning. Take a deep breath, and let's meet into a child's pose. So let me switch the scene. I gotta be able to switch the scene a little bit better. There we go. So we are gonna switch into a child's pose. So bring your big toes together. You're gonna sink your butt all the way back, and I want you to reach and extend your arms all the way out. Take a deep inhale, now deep exhale. Remember, the breath now switches from exhaling out of the mouth to exhaling out of the nose. So in this child's pose, I want you to walk 3 steps to the left-hand side, and you get that stretch going from your lats and the posterior chain of your arm. I want you to hold there for 2 deep breaths. And then I want you to walk back to center. And you're going to do the same thing to the left side. Find that stretch right in the back of your arm. And then come back to center. And we're going to go into our child's pose. But once we're here, I want you to flip the palms up. Feel how that stretches something completely different. And then I want you coming up to all 4s. And we're going to go into our first bent knee downward facing dog. So bent knee downward facing dog is tuck your toes under, push your hips back, and you're in this bent knee position. Now a lot of times everybody wants to look down at their feet. Look in between your hands. And then once you're here, I want you to walk your hands all the way back to your feet. And you're going to stay in this forward fold position. And I want you to just rock it from side to side. So we're just rocking from side to side here. Feeling those hamstrings, feeling everything that we just kind of worked today, kind of working itself. And then we're going to inhale, bring yourself all the way up. Arms come up overhead. Inhale, exhale, forward fold all the way back down. Grab your elbows and rock from side to side. And then we inhale into that flat back position. And you can see how my back is flat, right? It's not like I'm rounding here. So for some people it might be up here, but really just find that flat back position. Inhale, exhale, walk yourself all the way out into a high plank. And then keeping those elbows in tight, we're gonna inhale, come up into a cobra, right? And what's the difference between a cobra and an up dog? The slight elbow bend, and I'm not lifting all the way up on my feet, on my lifting my hips up. So if you want to come up into an upward facing dog, it would look like this, right? I'm really up on my shins. Cobra is more like this. So into the cobra, and then translating all the way into a downward facing dog. And from here, once you bend in your left heel, and then trying to bend your right heel. Left heel, we're just alternating with the breath. Inhale, left heel. Exhale, right. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Staring in between your hands. Let's just find this stretch for 3, 2, 1, and then walk yourself back up to that forward fold position. And then slowly inhale, come all the way back up. We're gonna take a giant step into our, let me switch your camera here. I see that you guys are yelling. All right, so we can go from there. And then I want you to take that giant step, and we're gonna go all the way into the warrior one. Remember, warrior one, keep that back heel up the whole time. Inhale, and then exhale. Now it comes into this crescent lunge position where I really want you finding the balance out of that back heel. I don't want you doing this, right? Trying to get yourself, no. Heel up, sink that knee down, lift those arms up, and then now drop the heel, making sure that your heel is in line with the arch of your back foot. And then we go into our warrior two. Warrior two. Hold this, straighten your leg, reach, reach, reach for triangle pose. Really feel that stretch out of the hip. And then inhale, come all the way back up. We're gonna turn our right heel comes in, the left heel comes out. One more where the heel is up. Inhale up, sink that back knee. Feel that glute start to turn on. You should really feel it turn on a lot easier today because we did all of that Pilates. But then now drop that heel, and then making sure that the arch is in line with your heel. Straighten that leg, reach, and then now we drop our hands down into that triangle pose. Take a deep breath here. Inhale, like somebody's pulling you all the way up. Exhale, come all the way up. Turn those heels together, or a little bit more now that we're facing towards you. Inhale, roll those shoulders back. Exhale, tilt, wide-legged, forward fold. Extend those arms all the way out. Deep inhale, deep exhale. And then you're gonna come back into center. You're gonna walk your feet in. And then you're gonna slowly transition, bring yourself all the way back up. And then now let's meet on the ground. However you wanna get there, if you wanna get there from a sun salutation, or if you just wanna meet me on the ground, that's fine. But we're going all high plank, chaturanga. Inhale, and then exhale. Downward facing dog. So once you're here, take a deep breath in your down dog, bring your knees down, cross your legs, and we are right on time. So let's bring ourselves into that Shavasana where you go all the way down onto your back and give yourself a couple deep breaths here before you get going in the rest of your day. So straighten your right leg, straighten your left. Deep inhale, get yourself comfortable. Maybe lift the buttocks flesh out of your lower back. Palms are up in the air. Or drop your legs and just take a couple deep breaths here in a moment of stillness. This is often the hardest pose in yoga. It's the pose everybody skips because it is so hard to stay still. So So I want you thinking 5 deep breaths here. Take a deep inhale and an exhale. And I want to thank everybody for showing up on this Sunday morning. This is our 12th week. If you think about that, we've been doing this for 3 months now. Some of you have been here doing it since the first day. So think about that. This should be coming a lot easier. Bend your knees into your chest, roll over to your left side, and then start to bring yourself all the way up into a cross-legged position. And we bring our hands into a prayer. We drop our head and we say namaste. So namaste, everyone. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing up on YouTube. Thank you for showing up on Instagram. Well, we've been showing up on Instagram, but thank you really for showing up on YouTube, because this is the first time that we've done it on YouTube, and we got the bunch of different camera angles going on today. So I'll stick around for another 15 or so minutes. Let me know how the class was. Let me know anything that we can improve, because again, this is for you, right? So how can I help and how can I serve? I'm going to bring it around. And so thank you everybody for showing up. What happened? Oh, my Mac took over. Oh no. Oh no. We just did that whole class 5 minutes into the live, and then the Mac took over. Shit. All right, what happened? Did the power go out? Oh my God. What happened to everybody on Instagram? You're gonna have to holler at me. You have to let me know. I'm sweating my ass off. Now what happened on Instagram? Did we die on Instagram? Did the power go out? I just saw your life stuck at knee circle. I don't know what happened. I think actually, well, I do know what happened after glute bridge. Interesting. Wow, I don't know what happened, but I will say I am sweating my ass off. You could see, holy smoke. So if you missed that one, maybe you, or maybe if we had some technical difficulties, but I actually seen what happened. Since I have my YouTube stream going on and my Mac, it actually wanted to use my phone as a camera. So let me know if you were able to see any of the yoga or Pilates class today. If not, I'm gonna have to do it again later on today. I'm gonna have to do another one. We're gonna have to do another one. Can't let the community go out like that. But I am sweating my ass off. Let me know, did it go out? Oh, I am getting some messages. Okay. I see you. What happened? What happened to the yoga? What happened to the Pilates? Oh my God, I'm getting so many messages. I don't know. The only thing I could think of is that it connected to my phone. I think it connected to another camera. But, shit, that sucks. See, it always, just when I try to step it up a little bit for you guys, give you some different angles, there's always going to be some technical errors. We lost you? Shit, D-Blow. I apologize. I think what ended up happening was my Mac took over my cell phone for a camera. I think that's what ended up really happening. So I apologize. We're gonna have to do it again later on today then. We're gonna have to let me know if we want to do it later on in the afternoon. We could do another yoga and Pilates class in the afternoon. It'll be a little makeup for you. So I know on YouTube I don't think we had any technical difficulties on YouTube, just maybe on Instagram, which sucks. So let me know, Deblo, if you want to do another class this morning, we can do it, or this afternoon, or this evening, we could do it. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna do it this evening. Let's do a 7 o'clock little PM yoga class to tone down the day. Actually, I do like that. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do 7 p.m. So I don't know where you're at, everybody. I know people tune in from all over the world, but 7 p.m. we're gonna do a 7 p.m. yoga class just to make up for my Instagram people, because I apologize. 7 p.m. Deb? Yep, we'll do it. I apologize. And that's the thing. That's always when I'm trying to do this one-man show, right? Like, I got all these different cameras going on, but then as soon as I start, for some reason, I don't know why it completely just took over. But what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? What we can do is just do it over again on 7. So 7 o'clock on Instagram, we'll do another class. On YouTube, you just had the class. So, yeah. You had the class on YouTube, but maybe that should be. I'll always use that as a disclaimer. If the stream goes out, make sure you got the YouTube going up. The YouTube is good because you can actually put it on your TV, right? When we're doing the Instagram yoga and Pilates class, it's on your phone, so maybe it's not just as wide or as big as it needs to be. I know a lot of people like having it right there on your TV. It gives you a better chance to actually have more of me, or makes it seem a little bit bigger. But how's everybody doing on YouTube? How did everybody like the class? Let me know. YouTube, I'll try. It's just something that we're adding, right? It's just an extra thing. I'm trying to really get back onto my YouTube, get back onto the community, but just getting you some different viewing angles, because I did get a couple messages from people on Instagram that said, Nick, can we do this on YouTube? And so I was like, sure, why not? Let's bring it on there, because you want to rather watch me or take the class through your TV rather than the cell phone. And I get that, because I know I'd be the same way. But I tell you what, I am sweating my ass off. I need to get myself into the shower. So if we have any questions, Instagram, we're going to be doing another one at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be doing a cool down yoga class, kind of to ease into the night. So that's where we'll be on Instagram. So I apologize if the video went out, but I'll see you at 7 p.m. tonight. So stay tuned. All right, YouTube. Apparently, I have OBS going, right? So I got the webcam, I got this going, I have that going. I could do them both together, hey, And apparently, it took over my cell phone for Instagram. So, when I was teaching the class, I think they got half of the class, or maybe even 5 minutes of the class, and it went to shit. But technical errors, that's why we do it. We got to figure it out, right? So let me know what you think over here on YouTube, right? Do you get a good viewing here? Let me know in the chat. Like, is this a good space? Because I actually think I like this space and this camera angle for doing yoga and Pilates, kind of going forward, and then having, obviously when I stand up, half of my head's taken out, right? So that's why I like to use, or I set up this, so that if I'm in a standing position, right, you guys can kind of see the feet, kind of see the room. I mean, I can't expand the room at all, but I can expand. Oh yeah, so it's over there. Yeah, hi. We out here right now. Let me just tell you that. We're trying to get you guys all the good angles, trying to get you guys all the good stuff, trying to get you guys a little bit improved in your health. So by all means, that's our Sunday morning yoga stream, and we're gonna be doing